Have you ever had a money block where you feel like it was you and only you that was holding you back from growing to the next level of success? I definitely have had that in many stages of my entrepreneurship, my career, and today I'm going to talk to you about some things that I'm working through in order to push past some new limits, as well as some things that'll be changing here on this channel. And if that sounds like something that interests you, then let's get right into the video. To start this video off, I want to talk about money blocks and why if you push past your money blocks, you actually can grow to the next level, but it feels really uncomfortable. I think I spoke about that in a previous video. I'll link it up here, which was a Mindful Monday video. And I thought about releasing this video on Monday, but yesterday, you guys, I just could not get it together. It's like when you can't find the right words to say, you just don't come on at all. And that's exactly what I was feeling. Knowing that I was gonna make some changes, knowing that I was gonna push past some uncomfortable parts of myself, felt very uneasy for me. And I didn't know exactly how to word it, but you know what? We're a community here, so I'm just gonna talk and you guys can understand where I'm coming from, and then we'll talk about the changes that'll be coming here to the channel. We all have a set amount of money that we will go up to and a set amount of money that we feel comfortable going down to. So let's say, for instance, you've been working your job and your max is $50,000 a year. And your lowest point that you would ever go is maybe $40,000. You feel comfortable in that range. And so even if you leave the current job you're at and you go for a new job, you might apply for some jobs that have higher salaries, but you might feel a little bit uncomfortable receiving that because you haven't done the mental work to push past those blocks to get above that $50,000 ceiling that you've put on yourself. As far as I'm concerned, anything is open and available to me, but I have to believe it in order to receive it. Everybody has that same guidance for themselves, like where they feel comfortable getting to, where they feel comfortable getting down to. Like somebody might say they don't mind their checking account to be overdrawn, where someone else says they would never have their checking account overdrawn. Someone else says, I don't mind getting my savings down to 10,000 before I feel uneasy. And someone else is like, I don't mind if it gets down to 100 and I still feel comfortable. So there's a lot of differences between us, but every person has somewhere set in their mental mindset about what their high and their low is in regards to salary and money matters. I think what happens whenever you get inspired action, it feels really uncomfortable because you have to do some mental work to push past those mental blocks, those money blocks that you have. I call them money blocks, right? So like for me, when I was doing nursing, I felt like, okay, I know what my salary is. And then when the COVID surge hit and nurses started getting an explosion in income, of course, I received that as well. And I was like, wow, and then to get all of my side hustle income on top of that, as I was travel nursing, I think you guys remember those days, that was a lot of work that I had to push past in order to make those things happen for myself. It's like I had to believe that it was even possible. After being here on YouTube for about 2-3 years doing the cash budgeting journeys with you guys and tutorials and all these videos, there's a part of me that wanted to push to the next level, and I really just couldn't figure out how. And I've been having some dilemma about pushing out content that is searchable and new people can find versus taking care of and satisfying those that are the real ones right here and have been here since day one. It's like if I continue to put out how-to videos, how to budget, what is a sinking fund, those type of videos, which I will share some of those for those of you that are new, but it also needs to just be sprinkled in because there's so many people that are already on their budgeting journey right alongside me, and they don't need those informations. Maybe you guys are here for a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of inspiration as to what I'm saving versus what you're saving, and we're saving together. And so I don't want to push out content just to have growth. I really want the community feel and the engagement. My money blocks come in because I have a hard time feeling like I could get to the next level. And I think a part of this stems from the fact that I'm a true giver, right? I like to give to people and, give knowledge freely and it will return to you tenfold. And I feel like that has been evident right here on my channel. But somewhere along the way, I believed if I asked for, support or charged for certain services, then I'm doing a disservice to myself, because am I still giving, or does that mean that, I'm actually just doing it for the money of it all? And that's where I had to work through my money blocks. There is a way to give generously, support others, and still ask for support in return. And so I don't have a problem with the giving portion. It's the receiving that has made it difficult for me to really elevate to the next level. And I thought I need to do some mental work behind that. And I've been working on that behind the scenes. A lot of it for me involves listening to law of attraction videos, listening to money mindset videos, and visualizing myself receiving more and not feeling guilt around that. And so you asked me, how did I push past my money blocks? Well, I'm working on it. And that's why I thought I'd bring this topic to you guys, because I want you to evaluate where you're at as well. I spoke before how you get super uncomfortable before you level up to the next level, or when you're being pushed to do something you feel uncomfortable with. And I definitely had that feeling this past week. And a lot of you guys picked it up kind of in my videos. I was like, okay, well, I'm feeling uncomfortable because I have to go back to nursing, and, I need to take care of my health insurance and And part of it was that. But part of it is I'm being pushed to move to a bigger level, and I'm really kind of uncomfortable about doing it, but feeling like it is the best thing to do. There is a way to give and still receive at the same time, and that's where the changes to this channel comes in. Before I get going with the changes that are coming to the channel, if you have money blocks and you need a little bit of help working through it, let me know, because I can do a more in-depth video speaking about how to push past the money blocks, how to change your money mentality in order to grow and be more successful than you already are, okay? All right, now let's get into the other part. You guys, it's really hard for me to be so vulnerable and it's bubbling up emotions with me about working through some of my issues. And I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. The whole changes to the channel is not that hard, but actually putting myself out there and explaining what background work I'm doing in order to put out the changes to the channel, that's the hardest part for me. But you know what? We're all family here, so I'm just going to let it all out and then we'll go from there. As far as the channel changes, I am introducing memberships. And I know that I have given so freely tutorials, advice. I encourage you guys to reach out to me over on Instagram. If you needed help setting up your Etsy shops, I've helped you. If you've needed help setting up a book, I've helped you. If you need a product or service, I've tried to make a custom order, or sometimes just given away for free. I've done tons of giveaways, and the giving is not the hardest part for me, it's receiving. But I was pushed in a way to set up channel memberships for those who want to support the channel. And that allows me to give even more to the regular community, but also give to channel members in more specific ways. And so I'm going to talk about the 3 tiers of the channel memberships that I set up, and you can decide if it's something you want. Now, remember, my regular content is not going to change. I'm still going to be providing everything that I did for the regular subscribers as well. So don't feel pushed to purchase a membership if that's not what you want to do. But I do want to explain some of the perks of the 3 different levels so you can understand what options are out there. And I will be launching it now with some bonuses coming out as soon as the 1st of March. All right, the first tier is called the Real One. And the Real One is going to receive loyalty badges next to any of your comments, as well as special emojis you can use, which are some of my characters from my character scratch-off challenge. Also, I'm going to put photos and status updates, kind of like I would update my Instagram stories. I'm going to start putting some stuff onto the community tab, and that's where we all will join together in order to meet up, is on the community tab if you're a part of this membership. And then also I'll be producing a monthly community newsletter. Now that monthly community newsletter will come out in the beginning of the month, and it's going to explain all the dates for the other perks that are going to be given to you. But for the Real One, it's $2.99 a month. It has loyalty badges, special emojis, photos and status updates, priority replies to any comments that you have, and then monthly community newsletter. So if you're interested in being a Real One, then you would join for $2.99. The next one is the Real Ones Know. And the reason why I titled it this is because you probably are going to get this $9.99 back. If you typically buy things from my Etsy shop, this might be a good deal for you. Plus, it has some additional perks. So you will get everything that the Real One gets, which is the loyalty badges, emoji, photo status updates, priority comments, and the monthly community newsletter. But you also, for $9.99 under the plan The Real Ones Know, will get once per month streams where we go live unplugged. So just like, you know, regular lives that we've been having, I'm going to have that at least once a month. You'll get a 10% discount on all my Etsy shop products. You'll get an early preview and release date of all the products. So if I film a video that's talking about new products for the month or new products for the week, then I would release it to the real ones know first, so they would know, also with the release dates of when those products will be for sale on Etsy, so you'd have first chance to shop. And then finally, I want to do something fun. So I came up with a live called Let's Have Dinner Together. And on that live, instead of me just sitting and talking up in the office, I'm going to actually cook dinner with you guys and then sit down and eat. So we'll break bread together. Hopefully you guys will be cooking your dinner alongside me cooking mine. Just put me on the counter and we could just talk, and I'll look at comments and, you know, have a little bit more casual fun, not necessarily all about budgeting. And that plan is $9.99. So again, you'll get once per month live streams where we go unplugged, 10% discount on all Etsy shop products, early preview and release dates of all the products in my Etsy shop, and then let's have dinner together to have a little bit of fun. That plan is $9.99, and of course you still get everything from the first level as well. All right, finally, there's one more level, which is $24.99, and this is called The Real Entrepreneurs. And I titled it that because this is for those girlies that are trying to start their business, has started their business, and is looking for growth. And if you want to talk business strategies with me, then you would join under The Real Entrepreneurs, okay? So this is totally separate from like the regular viewer. You would not need to probably do this. But if you have business that you're trying to establish or grow in any way, this is the place to be, The Real Entrepreneurs, because you're going to get real one-on-one time to ask questions, to get tutorials, to vote on tutorials, and also talk business. So the perks for The Real Entrepreneurs is one live Q&A. And I said, do you have questions? Because I have the answers. You pretty much can ask me anything during that live Q&A. And we're going to try to keep it topic focused so that we're not jumping from Etsy questions to YouTube questions to business related questions to tax questions to, you know, but suppliers and things like that. You will be able to ask questions directly through that live Q&A for The Real Entrepreneurs, and that will happen once a month. Also, I have a section called Let's Talk Business, and on that, we're going to do a web session. So it'll be a webinar once a month where you'll be able to come on and talk business with me and other creators that are in The Real Entrepreneurs as well, because we're going to be just socializing and kind of discussing things that we need help with or growth with on a webinar, which will be similar to like a Zoom call, okay? And that'll happen once a month. Then also how-to tutorials. I'm going to be releasing those to The Real Entrepreneurs. And so basically, if you want to know how to make something, you can always message me or send me a comment underneath one of the community posts. And I can get back to you by creating a tutorial specifically for that, and that will be released to The Real Entrepreneurs. Real Entrepreneurs also get all of the other previous perks. They get the discounts on my Etsy shop. They get early release and preview of products. They get to come to dinner if they want on the Let's Have Dinner chat live. They also get the regular live unplugged. And then, of course, they'll get everything from the Real Ones accommodation as well, which is the loyalty badges, emojis, photos, priority comments, and monthly community newsletter. So that's what I've come up with as far as memberships, okay? And like I said, I really struggled with releasing the memberships, but I'm telling you, I have been pressed in so many ways to just get out here and create it. And I figured if I make it and no one joins, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But if I make it and someone joins, then that's someone else that I can give additional content to, additional resources to, and get a little closer to creating a true community here on my channel, which is what I truly want, right? There's so many ways to grow a YouTube channel, and you can have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but if you don't have the connection and the community piece that actually connects you to your subscribers, then what is the point? You know what I mean? There's people that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and hardly get any views on their video because the people are not connected to the person. Instead of me creating a tutorial-based channel that satisfies the algorithm and gets me lots of subscribers and followers, I'd rather have the deeper connection with those that are choosing to be here. And so this allows me to put out the type of content that I want to put out, which is just chit-chatting, cash stuffings, budgeting, taking you guys on road trips. I do want to incorporate a little bit more vlogs in the month of March. I'm going to be trialing some of that out. But yeah, just really enjoying the journey that I'm on. And this membership plan allows you to support my channel in order to do that. So think of it that way. Does it feel uncomfortable asking for support? Yes. But am I doing it? Absolutely, because I've been pushed to do it. So I worked through some of my mindset blocks and I'm ready to put the memberships out. And so they are here for the taking. So as far as the memberships, they will be available and you would click the join button on my page starting tomorrow. The March monthly community newsletter is going to come out in March 1st, and that'll have the dates for all the lives and the Let's Cook Dinner Together and the Q&A and Let's Talk Business. It'll have all the schedule for those. Also, that's where we'll be communicating mostly, will be through the community tab. That's where the newsletter will be posted. That's where if you want to reach me, just comment there and it will go members only so that I can see it and reply back to you. Okay. I think that's everything for this video, you guys. I appreciate you for being here, not only for me to discuss my money blocks and my financial growth, but also just the support and love that you guys give to me on a continuous basis. And memberships is just yet another way that you can show more support, if you can, all right? I appreciate you guys all for being here, and I will talk to you guys very soon with an upcoming budget and cash stuff. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.